Hi, it's Mike Stephenson here. In today's video, we're going to look at a Turbo 360 feature where we can configure customizable settings for the right size and recommendations. So over here in the Turbo 360 portal, you can see I'm currently looking at my document 360 right size and recommendations, and out of the box we're getting a bunch of recommendations from the tool that tell me about resources I may want to reconfigure. So for example, those two um, VM scale sets we've got at the top here, if we look, just show these. So over here we've got two VMs that have got some reasonable cost savings identified. If you see over here, we're talking about like $400 for one of them. Now, what we got as feedback from some customers is customers would like to be able to configure the rules that are used for right sizing. So if you imagine we import the bill and data, we go through evaluating resources, looking for potential opportunities for right size, and by comparing the metrics against the bill and data and the available plans. As a customer, the request was, can I configure these rules? So here, sorry, let me take a step back a second. So we've got the little button up here for right size and settings. Um, if I click that, I now have access to these rules and I can go and create my own rule set. So you can see over on the right here, we've got some of the resources where you can configure the right size and recommendations. In this case, you can modify the CPU percentage for an app service plan to recommend scale up and to recommend scale down. You can also, if you wanted to, you can add other metrics. So here I could say, let's add the memory. And if the average memory is above a certain threshold, that could also be used to trigger. So we configure this to be an and or combination of rules that can trigger scale up and scale down recommendations. If we take an example of the SQL database one, so we've got a bunch of different metrics available here because there's a few different flavors of SQL Azure database of things like DTU, CPU, and disk space come into play for the recommendation. So you can really configure these rules and determine what things would trigger these recommendations. That's something we had from a number of customers where they give us feedback like, we like the recommendations, but we'd like to be able to tune when they would come as guidance to scale up or scale down. Thank you for listening to today's video. Really short one, but we hope this gives you a good flavour of being able to take control of these right size and configuration recommendations. Have a great week. Thank you.